I remember being so swept off my feet by just the story, and the comedy really stayed with me when I was little. I don't think at that point I had seen anything. I mean, I was 10, but I don't think I had seen anything that moved me that way.
Did you meet Kristen that day?
Yeah. I did. She gave me body gel. She says it's bath salts, but it was body gel.
It was something.
It had glitter, and I think it had actual witchcraft magic in it. I really do.
There's no way you get to this without that witchcraft.
I think there's a combination of real magic, manifestation, and hard work that needs to happen for things like this to happen. Don't you think?
I think.
Yeah. I'm somewhere in between. I've learned. I don't know. I sit somewhere between being a literal witch.
A literal witch. Literal witch.
I'm not kidding. And being like the most realistic, cut, dry, like.
The reasoning or the motivation behind their weird behavior is actually a lot more sinister, as I believe that the film Wicked and the sequel to the film Wicked, called, of course, The Wizard of Oz, which are two films that are rooted in actual real witchcraft, and Ariana Grande and Cynthia both are aware of that, and I will prove that in this video. To me, it appears that they have been indulgent, allegedly, they've been indulgent in certain rituals that would better explain their very odd behavior with each other. One could even go as far to say MK Ultra. Because when you work with people in Hollywood, one of you grew up in Hollywood and Ariana Grande, one of you have already shown that you're willing to play whatever role is necessary to quote unquote sell your soul to the industry.
Let's get high, yeah, you know I'm about to roll. Please, yeah, you know I gotta pull. Let's live life, live once, I'm about to turn up. Get fly, oh for sure, it's about to go up. Let's get high, yeah, you know I'm about to roll. Please, yeah, you know I gotta pull. Let's live life, live once, I'm about to turn up. Get fly, oh for sure, it's about to go up. Roll my blunt and pass my lighter. Get pop shit, get higher. I'm the hottest, call me fire. Rock out, jump up, live my life up.
Family. We got one today. Shout out Didi got a podcast. He planted the seed, and we're gonna review and react to a few clips about these two actors. I never knew that. I never got into this type. I've never ever seen The Wizard of Oz. I've never ever seen Star Wars. I've only seen E.T. once. Never watched the whole movie. And yeah, so I don't know the quote unquote great American classics in some demographics, but Oz, Wizard of Oz, and then Wicked, and I didn't know these were the same things. But what I can say is I've always heard a lot of the banter that was floating around The Wizard of Oz and what allegedly happened on set and things like that. This video might paint a more vivid picture for a lot of us. Trust me, when you follow the money, you follow the lineage, you follow the program. This is the program, y'all. Thanks for being here. I do appreciate your time and attention. I do like reviewing and reacting and spreading this information, so I need you guys to do the same. Just share it. That's it. Just share it. Spread this message. Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all something. Why does the Crowley name always have to be included in something like this? And that's all I'm gonna say. Let's get to these clips. Now, this first clip we're gonna watch, this is this lady telling you what they're into. And just because they laugh doesn't mean it's a joke, y'all. In my opinion, that's how they really put a lot of this stuff out there, with a little laugh behind it to try and throw people off. But listen to what the commentator says after the first lady speaks, the second lady laughs, and the commentator speaks. Check it out.
I remember being so swept off my feet by just the story, and the comedy really stayed with me when I was little. I don't think at that point I had seen anything. I mean, I was 10, but I don't think I had seen anything that moved me that way.
Did you meet Kristen that day?
I did. She gave me body gel. She says it's bath salts, but it was body gel.
It was
And
something
it had glitter, and I think it had actual witchcraft magic in it. I really do.
There's no way you get to this without that witchcraft.
I think there's a combination of real magic, manifestation, and hard work that needs to happen for things like this to happen, don't you think?
I think
There's no way you get to this without that much craft. Come on, man. She sat there and said it had glitter in it. I think it had witchcraft in it. The other lady laughs, and this dude says, there's no way you get this far with no craft. Come on, man. Check out this next clip if you still don't believe me. Check out this next clip. And she doubles down, triples down. Check it out.
Yeah. I'm somewhere in between. I've learned. I don't know. I sit somewhere between being a literal witch.
A literal witch. Literal witch.
I'm not kidding. And being like the most realistic, cut, dry, like.
Come on, man. People get mad at channels like mine because of what we say. But when these people tell you from their own mouths, they say they're joking, they're playing off the whatever. No, not at all. She kind of got offended in that last clip. She got offended that when she said she was a witch, that she wasn't taken too credibly. And she said no, like literally. Like she had to double down on dude. I don't know what else it takes for people to understand what really allegedly goes on in certain fields of work. Anyways, let's get to this next clip. Now I can't say this woman, I don't know who she is, I don't care to know. I get a stronger energy from her than Erykah Badu. But I say that to say this, and this is on everything I love. That's a scary woman to me. She carries and this is just in my opinion to me, she carries a very scary, dark, strong, heavy energy. That's why she's so quiet. Now, I'm not saying take what I'm saying and run with it, but I'm saying when you meet people and you really talk to people, don't ignore the message you get from their eyes, because a lot of us speak without even opening our mouths and we don't even know it. And a lot of us don't even know we can read your eyes. Anyways, this next clip. Dee Got a Podcast that's gonna explain the nature of their relationship, or whatever they may call it. Never heard of it. I don't care to indulge into finding out more about it. And everything that we're reviewing and reacting to is just simply someone else. How do I word this? It's just for commentary purposes. I'm done yapping. Let's go.
The reasoning or the motivation behind their weird behavior is actually a lot more sinister, as I believe that the film Wicked and the sequel to the film Wicked, called, of course, The Wizard of Oz, which are two films that are rooted in actual real witchcraft, and Ariana Grande and Cynthia both are aware of that, and I will prove that in this video. Now let's move to Cynthia Erivo, the other very weird acting person sitting next to Ariana Grande. Let me just back up and say what I've noticed. I'm really big with patterns, and what I've noticed in the music industry, a lot of times with so-called black actors and actresses or people of color, what I've noticed is when they normally win a Grammy or an Oscar or a Tony Award, etc., they usually fall into one of 3 or 4 categories. They're either starring in a slave film, a gangster film, or some sort of ungodly, unbiblical film, right? And what I mean by unbiblical, I just simply mean some film that's probably blasphemous towards Jesus Christ. And when you look at Cynthia Erivo's career, she's no different, because she is the recipient of several accolades and one of few individuals nominated for an Emmy, a Grammy, an Oscar, and a Tony Award, winning all of them except for the Oscar. Now, I've said this before, when you have these highly decorated people that some people know, some people don't, I already find that as a red flag, and it shoots my antennas up, and it comes off as very suspicious. When you look at Cynthia's career, it's no different. The Color Purple, Harriet Tubman, and she even starred as Jesus. Need I say more? How much more blasphemous can you get? Which makes more sense when you look at photos like this, when they're saying things like, Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande finally clear the air. We are in a non-demi-curious, semi-binary relationship. What does that mean? Well, they go on to explain, it means we are not actually a couple, but we are curious about what that could mean, and everything she demented. That literally means nothing. They're literally talking in circles. They're literally trying to redefine reality, and they can't do that. But I digress.
First off, let's address their relationship status or label or whatever you call that. Who came up with that? Who came up with it? Who thought it was okay to put out there? Who really thought that was a thing? Like, they said a bunch of nothing. When they're like, that's, come on, man. How do you, I don't even know what else to say about that relationship status label or whatever you call it. Like, come on, man. Really make it make sense. Don't use a bunch of words and still not say a word. Real talking, as far as what Didi said about the types of roles that some of these people get when they have a certain appearance, I've kind of found that to be true. I really have. But in this woman's case, it's very true. Very true. But like I said before, she has a certain look. She has a certain look spiritually, but also the versatility of the look. Like, that's a different woman to me. I don't get anything good from that woman. I would not be around her. That's just my opinion. And I've been around a lot of stars, but it's something about that woman. And I can't lie, Ariana has some very distinct eyes on her too. And that's on everything. Anyway, let's get to the next clip.
Let's talk a little bit about The Wizard of Oz and sort of the inspiration of what goes into these films and these sequels, that being of The Wizard of Oz. Because a guy by the name of Mervyn Leroy is actually the main producer of the 1939 film Wizard of Oz and was an active Freemason and a member of the Prince of Orange Lodge number 16. There's a guy by the name of L. Frank Baum, who was the original author and creator of the wonderful Wizard of Oz and the entire Oz universe and the mythology behind it in 1900, right? L. Frank is responsible for all the original characters from Dorothy, the Scarecrow, the Tin Man, Emerald City, the Wicked Witch, the Yellow Brick Road, etc. And as we know, this book became one of the most iconic children's stories in American history. But what many people don't know is that the quote-unquote magic inspired in the film wasn't just some fantasy like it was for most people watching the film or reading the books, because for L. Frank, it was very much so real life to him. The magic wasn't just fairy tale. L. Frank Baum was a part of an esoteric movement called the Theosophical Society. So the proper term for him was, he was a Theosophist, which he joined in 1892. And this movement was founded by someone named Helena Blavatsky, who was a huge inspiration to the one and only, yep, you guessed it, Aleister Crowley. And even the spiritual double meaning behind the Wizard of Oz film is literally rooted in spiritual alchemy. For example, in occultism and theosophical readings, the Yellow Brick Road is seen as a metaphoric, quote-unquote, golden path, a spiritual or mystical journey the soul takes towards higher consciousness or enlightenment. And then the journey along this, quote-unquote, spiritual or mystical Yellow Brick Road for Dorothy, where she encounters the Scarecrow who was missing a brain, the Tin Man who was missing a heart, we all know it, and the Lion who didn't have courage, was actually another interpretation of how the soul processes intellect, emotion, courage when seeking self-realization. Or
now, with that clip that we just heard in mind, do y'all believe a lot of the urban legends that surround this film? Now, with the main actor even coming out and speaking about certain treatment on set, things to help her stay up and go to sleep, and certain treatment by people that actually worked there or headed the operation, even the smaller actors, no pun intended. This is different, y'all. This last clip is gonna say so much though. This last clip is gonna say so much. But before we get to that, I wanna say this, y'all. I did a video on 3-6 and their music, and one of the dudes said straight up, we like to chant the simple stuff so the kids can catch on to it. Who likes The Wizard of Oz? And if you're an adult and you like The Wizard of Oz, you liked it as a what?
To me, it appears that they have been indulgent, allegedly, they've been indulgent in certain rituals that would better explain their very odd behavior with each other. One could even go as far to say MK Ultra. Because when you work with people in Hollywood, one of you grew up in Hollywood in Ariana Grande, one of you have already shown that you're willing to play whatever role is necessary to quote unquote sell your soul to the industry, then I think this can be one of the results.
Shout out to Didi Got a Podcast. This particular video made me feel really uneasy, and I'm a very secure man. It made me feel uneasy in the sense that it felt like I was watching something about otherworldly beings. It's something about these two individuals that is just so striking to me, and their eyes say so much. Their eyes can tell a story. When you look into a person's eyes, you can almost, well, I'll say some people. I know me at least, I can learn about a person through their eyes before even speaking to them. Their eyes really give me the feeling that it's something dark, hurtful, and that needs to be kept a secret behind those eyes. They say the eyes are the windows of the soul. They say the eyes never lie. Listen, I trust my gut instinct, and it's something about those two ladies' eyes. But like the video, y'all. Shout out to Didi Got a Podcast. Consider subscribing and definitely share this message, you guys. If you want to give me lunch or coffee, $Trap House Kitchen 1. I'm out. Peace.